Hey everybody, so I wanted to make a video on guidance in general. So I'm going to show you where we can go to find this information. So I'm on the PayPal Investor Relations website right here. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to look at financials. I'm going to click on quarterly results here. From this page, I'm going to look at news release. So once I get to this page, they're going to give me guidance right here for fiscal year 2022. Now keep in mind, not all companies are going to give you guidance, and not all companies are going to give you EPS figures. Sometimes they might just give you revenue or margins or whatever, but not all of them are going to give you EPS figures. So PayPal is the perfect example because I'm going to show you that they give you EPS figures right here. So here you can see GAAP EPS expected to be in the range of 2.97 to 3.15. Non-GAAP EPS expected to be in the range of 4.6 to 4.75. Well, I'm going to want to use this right here just to be a little bit more conservative. So with these numbers, I'm going to go on Excel and I'm going to plug them in. So this is 2022 earnings per share. So they gave us 2.97 on the low end and 3.15 on the high end. So it's up to us to determine what PE we want to assign. So let's say we're going to be super conservative and we're going to say 15. And then let's say on the other spectrum of this, we're going to say 40. So I do want to show you something right here. So I'm going to go on macrotrends.com. And where I'm exactly going is I'm looking at price ratios and PE ratio right here. So this is showing historical PE that goes all the way back since 2016. So right here we saw 32.89 PE. And, this has been trending up. So PayPal has always been trading a little bit richly, It's been having high multiples. So people were willing to pay a lot more than 20 for this. So as you can see. But recently, yeah, we're going down quite a bit. But keep in mind, this running off the trailing 12-month EPS of 3.52. So if we're looking at earnings per share coming in much lower, which is what we saw, the 2.95 and 3.15, do look at that. This PE ratio is actually going to be higher than what it is right here if we're basing it off those numbers. So this is just giving you an idea of what historic PE looks like. Also keep in mind, this is since 2016, so it's really only 7 years. So a lot could change. Some companies have over 20 years of history, but this is just 7 years. So just because it's saying that, we're trading around 50 or 40 or whatever, it doesn't always have to trade around 50 or 40. A lot can happen. So going back here, what multiple do we want to assign for PayPal? So, maybe I would be just a little bit more cautious, PayPal is kind of slowing down their earnings, it seems. And, if we do go into a recession, things could get really bad. So, maybe you want to look at this 20 to 25 to 30 range. So, if we're highlighting this, and we're looking at PayPal assuming the lower earnings per share of 2.97, then you know what? Maybe like 89 would be like the higher end of what you'd want to pay, and 59 would be the lower end. And maybe you would want to start buying around 25 PE, so like $74.25. So, maybe this is a good area to be buying, just to initially nibble. And, if it keeps going down, then, right here at 59.40, you'll get a 20 PE. And then, good Lord, if it does get here, then yeah, you'll be getting that at 15 PE. Now, let's assume that they're on the high end. So if they do bring in the high end of the earnings per share, then, at 30 PE, you'll be 94.5. So you'll want to be buying it right now. If you wanted a 30 PE, if you wanted a 25 PE, you'll just wait a little bit, see if it keeps falling. And then if you wanted a 20 PE, then yeah, you'd be buying at 63. So this is just an idea of how to use guidance and plug that into like a earnings per share matrix like I did right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.